Welcome to Rensselaer Field in East Hartford, Connecticut. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the North Dakota State Bison and the Connecticut Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
North Dakota State's head coach told me before the game they understand what is at stake today. Their wide receiver, who has had one of the most productive seasons in school history, can go to #1 in the record books with receiving yards today. They think he can get that record. The quarterback wants to get him the ball. They have had such good chemistry all season, and as they're getting ready to take the field, I can see guys patting him on the back. They know the opportunity is his here today. I'll keep you posted on how that feels here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense that has the first possession of the game. And here comes Riley Trujillo. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. They'll run it. Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, that's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out, and the first carry your running back sticks it on the floor. Defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
And now it'll be the Bison offense with his first possession of the game. This has been a special season, and this guy's play has gotten him right in the mix for the Heisman Trophy. Jesse, what are you looking for in his final few weeks to get him across that finish line?
Consistency, and even beyond that, David, I think elevate. Can he elevate his game? He's been so good. Historic season for this guy so far this year, but you know the toughest challenges are still ahead. Can he take his game to the next level and win the Heisman?
And that's a hard thing to do as a wide receiver. Like, again, you're going against quarterbacks that touch it every single play. So to continue the dominance in the big moments on the big stages and making those big splash plays, it won't hurt to throw a one-handed catch in there. An amazing play that wins a game late. Like, those are the moments, those Heisman moments that matter so much.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Got it. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. On the return, it's Gideon. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The UConn offense goes back to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Now on second down. The fake and wants to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Makes the grab on the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Right down the gut of the field. All the way back. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes the Connecticut offense ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Wants to go up top on second down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop. We got to stop the bleeding and get the ball back to our offense.
He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Let's go. What a first quarter for this offense. A chance to score again on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. On the option. Pulls it on the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Takes it in. Touchdown, North Dakota State.
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. From the gun, they didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit, and if he's out here now seeing ghosts. He's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Keeps it himself. Pulls it, looking for a crease. Keeps it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Zings it complete to the right. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Down to the 18-yard line. It's first and 10. Pulls it. The handoff. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And now on second down for this offense. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. And he's brought down after a short gain. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It's good, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. UConn going back to work on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Working the ground game. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
On third down, he drops to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete as he tried to nestle that ball in along the sideline. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Makes the catch at the 35. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain. And the defense picks up a sack. Getting back down at the 44.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
They're facing a third down. Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Rid of it on the RPO. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. Back's got it on the screen. Spins away from the defender. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. And now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Got his man. Gets away from one. Finds some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Dragged down after working his way in. Those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. This UConn offense really has it going. Looking for running room. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Guys, for just a second, let's talk about UConn. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who is very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
Look out! Just got rid of that one.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Doyle. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the 2nd quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. 2nd and long here. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Rush right in his face. Fires on the move. On target to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. And here comes the punt team.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
The UConn offense goes back to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversation.
They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Trying to get started. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? They'll move the wide receiver. Shakes off the defender. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw one first. Caught by Williams on the left. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. Let's open things up with Georgia Tech taking on the number 9 team, the Georgia Bulldogs.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. As always, Holly keeping an eye on the injuries. What's the latest?
I caught up with the North Dakota State head coach at the half. Big news for their star running back. He is out for the rest of this game. Guys, this is a huge story that is developing. We will keep you posted on what's going on here on the sideline and what is going to happen with the backup in this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Williams got it. At the 35, he's open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Now, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the corner. Keeps it on the option. There he goes. The 30. The 20. He is in. Touchdown, North Dakota State.
Great offenses find a way to feature their playmakers. How about the creativity by the offense? Using the speedster, the wide receiver as the pitch man, and he kicks it into high gear and makes the huge, long touchdown run for this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Connecticut offense ready to go to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Fresh set of downs going to the air. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to...
He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
As we check in with Holly.
Guys, here on the North Dakota State sideline, there is a ton of excitement right now as their wide receiver just broke the team season record for receiving yards on that last drive. That made him the program's leader. School history made here today, but he's not done yet. He's jogging back out onto the field. He can continue to add to that total. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back on the move. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Motion from the wideout. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Got his man, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Drops back on first down. Flush to the left. Trying to escape and get it himself. Still running at the 40. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Turning it on. Inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Touchdown, North Dakota State. And they take it in for 6 more points. That is his 3rd score of the game, and now 14 on the season.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Gets the back moving. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
UConn will have to punt it away.
Number 97 in punt formation to kick it away.
Trying to make one miss. He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Guys, here on the North Dakota State sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Burrowing for yardage. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Looking for the edge. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, You give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
The defense was dialed in. They knew exactly what they were doing. They weren't fooled by it. They weren't fooled by the read game at all. Played discipline, kept eyes on the quarterback, strung that along towards the sideline, and made the big tackle.
Second down to the air. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Right into the fray, and his first pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling.
It's a fumble on the play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He's got great speed. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver going in motion. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports.